Good morning. Welcome to our October Shotsuki Hoyo. Today we will begin our service with the ringing of the kansho, followed by Hyobakumon from Reverend Mukojima. Then he will read the October Shotsuki honorees' names. Then we will have the chanting of Sambutsuge. Then we will have a reading of the Threefold Refuge from our Dharma School High School class. After that, Sensei will give his Dharma message, and then we will have closing remarks. Thank you for joining us today.
Namondo, Vitsnamondo, 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 Namondo, Vitsnamondo, Vitsnamondo, Namondo, Vitsnamondo, Vitsnamondo. On this occasion of the Mountain View Buddhist Temple's October Shotsuki Memorial Service, we come before the image of Amida Buddha to express our sincere respect for and gratitude to the Shotsuki honorees. As I read the Shotsuki names, please join me in silent meditation so that we may think deeply on their continuing influence on our lives. Sumako Abe, Such Adachi, Evelyn Arakaki, Kikue Fuji, Irene Hatsue Furuta, Mary Hayamizu, Ted Hayashida, Saburo Higa, Tad Iimura, Masako Inoguchi, Fred Inoue, George Ishikawa, 保一加藤、伊平川本、守川本、武川本、朝勝紀人、正蔵前田、八千三宅、吉明村上、リリー中村、愛子中野、竹野奈良、三木代西本、メアリー西田、広志小渕、ジョージ荻野、東右衛門荻野、重戸沖本、佳代子大久保、ジャリ岡村、つい酒井、萩尾佐藤、伊藤樹沢村、安下口、リュル杉本、滝江杉本、ドクター・レイ内山、タイニー山地、文子柳場、正代横山、由紀子米本、森義光。Please put your hands together in gassho to show our deepest feelings of gratitude to these deceased family and friends who have brought us together today to encounter the Buddha Dharma. Namo Amida Butsu.
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 Namanda Butsu 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 Namanda Butsu.
Difficult is it to receive life in human form, yet now we are living it.
Difficult is it to hear the Dharma of the Buddha, yet now we are able to hear it.
If we do not cross over to the truth in this present life, in which life shall we cross over?
Let us assemble together and sincerely take refuge in the three treasures of the truth.
I take refuge in the Buddha.
My sincere wish is that together with all sentient beings, we understand and experience the great path of enlightenment and to awaken the supreme Bodhi mind.
I take refuge in the Dharma.
My sincere wish is that together with all sentient beings, we deeply enter the storehouse of the Dharma and attain wisdom as deep as the ocean.
I take refuge in the Sangha.
My sincere wish is that together with all sentient beings, we live harmoniously as the great assembly of disciples of the Buddha, freed from all delusions.
The excellent, profound, and wondrous dharmas were to encounter even in many hundreds and thousands of kalpas. Now we are able to see and hear it, feel and accept it.
Let us thoroughly understand the true and real essence of the Tathagata's teachings.
Namo Davasu.
Namo Vidavatsu.
Namo Davasu.
Namo Vidavatsu.
Namo Davasu.
Namo Vidavatsu.
Namanda, Vutsanamanda, 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 Vutsanamanda. When a person is born, an axe is already in one's mouth. But only a fool cuts oneself with the axe by speaking badly of others. Namanda, Vutsanamanda, 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 Vutsanamanda. Good morning, everyone. Thank you very much for joining us this morning for the October Shotsuki Memorial Service. Summer is over, and there are only 3 months left in this year. Can you believe it? Each time I conduct the Shotsuki service, I'm amazed at how quickly time goes by us. Although we've had to face this stressful pandemic situation for a long time, let's together make the rest of the year a meaningful and a valuable one through the Nembutsu teaching. Okay? One morning, a few months ago, my daughter came into our master bedroom and climbed onto our bed and lay down between me and my wife, where she began to read her favorite book. After a while, she suddenly said to me, "Daddy, you and Mommy smell different." I asked her to explain what she meant. Then she said with a smile, "Mommy smells nice like shampoo, but your smell is the same as Grandpa's." I was really shocked to hear her words, because what she really meant was that I smell old. Over the past several years, temple members and others have told me, "Sensei, you are young." And senior members would tell me, "Oh, Sensei, you are my grandson." So, of course, I've always been happy to hear that I'm young. But just last month, I turned 48, and I realized that I'm no longer young. Even so, when I heard my daughter say, "Your smell is the same as Grandpa's," I was actually depressed for a few days. It's embarrassing to admit that I often do this, worry over casual remarks like this by my family, friends, and the members. How about you? Are you often bothered by someone's casual remarks? If you are not really bothered by what others may say about you, you have a stronger heart. But I think there are a lot of people who are highly sensitive to casual remarks others may make about us, right? That's why we suffer and worry whenever we hear something unpleasant about ourselves. Everyone is affected by others' words, right? Because words play a very important role in our lives. There is nothing like words that touch people's minds in our daily lives. Certainly, they can make people feel happy, joyful, sad, angry, or relieved. Certain words can irritate people, right? And sadly, harsh words can even make people commit a suicide. So there is nothing quite like words that can have a powerful impact in our minds and the hearts. Last Sunday, in my Dharma talk, I said there is Japanese saying, words are just like a knife. Words are just like a knife. This means that a knife is a very useful tool, just like the words which are used to communicate with others. But words can also be very dangerous, just like the words we might use can hurt others, and sometimes even ourselves. So we should really be careful how we use our words, the same as we are when we use a knife. It makes sense, doesn't it? When we argue with or get angry at someone, we tend to say hurtful things. Anger is a powerful emotion which can make us lose our balance, and we may harm others without thinking. That's why Buddha warns us against using harsh words, no matter what might have happened to make us angry. And this is why in the Dhammapada I shared in the opening meditation, Buddha says, when a person is born, an axe is already in his mouth, but only a fool cuts himself with the axe by speaking badly of others. Buddha said that we are born with a sharp axe or knife inside our mouth. Each time we say something bad about someone, it is as if we cut our own tongue on this invisible knife. We communicate using words which express the heart and mind of the one who is speaking. So when we are happy, we use gentle and kind words naturally. But when we are upset, we tend to use harsh and hurtful words. When this happens, you could hurt others' feeling. Okay? Each time you say something mean about someone, your words become weapons that can hurt them. Okay? And when you use harmful words, you hurt yourself too. They affect your heart and mind. And when your friends see you using harsh language repeatedly against others, they will feel uncomfortable being with you. They will begin to distrust you, and eventually they will leave you in despair. Okay? Making people feel bad using hurtful language is shameful and a foolish behavior which hurts the speaker as well. So this is what the Buddha meant when he said we have an axe in our mouth. Okay? Words can become a weapon depending on how we use them. Okay? So it's very important to refrain from saying bad things about anybody else, because we will both be hurt by your own words. Okay? Certainly, there is no one, myself included, has never said the mean things about somebody else. Though we might not realize it, whenever we do so, our mouths are full of cuts and blood. Okay? And our hearts are also full of wounds. Okay? So by saying something mean about someone, we both hurt that person's dignity and ours as well. Our own bad words always injure us. Okay? Also, when someone badmouths us in some way, we really want to answer back with harsh words too, right? But again, Buddha teaches us not to get angry and just let it go. Just let it go. Okay? Now, I'd like to tell you a story about how Buddha dealt with those who insulted him. Okay? Once there was a man who was jealous of Shakyamuni Buddha just because a lot of people respected him. Okay? Why is such a man held in such high esteem? He raged. I really hate him. This man decided to trick Buddha by putting him on the spot. He wanted to make Buddha look bad in front of a lot of people. He reasoned, if Buddha is heckled and made a fool of, he will turn on me and react badly, probably cursing. If his followers see him like that, they will be disappointed in his behavior and will surely leave him. So the next day, the man went to the place where the Buddha was sharing his Dharma message to a crowd of people. Buddha looked at peace and was full of smiles. Suddenly, the man interrupted his talk and started to yell at him. Buddha, you are stupid. You are a liar. You are just a beggar. Get away from here right now. He continued to yell at and berate Buddha, who just sat quietly with his eyes closed. His disciples felt frustrated because their spiritual teacher was being cruelly insulted. So they asked Buddha, why don't you say anything? Are you okay with this man's horrible insults? But the Buddha continued to listen quietly. After a while, the man got tired of yelling and sank down on the ground. He had been ranting for 10 minutes straight. He suddenly felt empty because no matter how much he abused Buddha, he could get no response from him. Finally, Buddha began to talk to him quietly, asking, if you send a gift to someone, but he didn't receive it, then to whom does the gift belong? The man answered, well, of course, if the other didn't receive it, it belongs to the one who sent it. Don't ask me such a simple question. But after a little while, the man realized what the Buddha had meant. Then Buddha said, that's right. You just tried to abuse me using all that foul language. But I didn't accept a word of it. All of it is yours, and you must take it back instantly. Those terrible things you said go right back to you. It's a very interesting and meaningful story, right? By remaining calm, the Buddha made the man aware that the consequences of his actions were that he had also harmed himself. So nobody wants to hear harsh words, right? So we should never abuse others so that they don't get hurt, okay? Nor will we be harmed by the acts of painful words, okay? So Buddha's metaphor about the acts in one's mouth is a powerful argument against looking down on others. When I speak badly of others, I also inflict harm on my own pure heart. Our speech will grow increasingly ugly. So, Dharma School kids, when you talk back to your mom or dad, imagine that you are actually injuring them with the acts of your bad words. It's a terrible and scary thought, isn't it? It's really painful to imagine our parents are hurt in this way, right? Or our teachers, friends, and all people as well. But if you can imagine such a scary scene, you can also see that by avoiding saying bad things or talking back to those you love, you also avoid hurting your own heart and mind, okay? So as you listen to this lesson today, you might have been reminded of the teaching of the golden chain. Say pure and beautiful words, okay? Harsh words can be a weapon that hurts others, but thoughtful and compassionate words can heal somebody's broken heart, cheer others up, or bring others joy and happiness. Okay? So this is a reminder to try to follow the teaching of Golden Chain, which tells us how important it is to share our precious lives with everyone using pure and beautiful words. Okay? So please remember that the Nembutsu teaching seeks both the spirit of self-benefit and the benefit for others. So let us always use gentle and kind words which make others smile in joy and happiness. The Nembutsu teaching not only benefits somebody else, but that our practice of reflecting our selfish nature also benefits us, okay? So this means a win-win situation of your happiness is my happiness under the guidance of Amida Buddha. This is the ultimate ideal of Jodo Shinshu we sincerely embrace with the deepest feelings of gratitude, okay? Again, thank you very much for listening to my Dharma message today. Please stay healthy and enjoy the rest of your life, the rest of your day. Okay? Thank you very much. Please put your hands together in Gassho. When a person is born, an axe is already in one's mouth, but only a fool cuts oneself with the axe by speaking badly of others. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namanda Butsu, 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 Namanda Butsu.
Thank you, Sensei, for your Dharma message today. It's a very timely message given this moment in time following the presidential debate earlier this week. I was realizing a couple things. One was that recording these services actually make them a little bit of a snapshot in time. So kind of commenting and keeping mention of things that are happening in our world today helps kind of put everything together and in a way keep a record of what's been going on. But your thoughts and the lessons that we learned from Shakyamuni Buddha about the axe, the sharpness of our tongues, and the manner in which we should think about how to conduct ourselves, not only for ourselves, but for the benefit of everyone, is really a strong message and something that we all really need to take to heart. And I think we all are kind of reeling a little bit from an example of the other extreme of that practice this past week. So thank you again for joining us this week. As you can see, I've done the opening and closing remarks in our temple's Nokotsudo, our columbarium, in this way to remember a little bit about the fact that this is Shotsuki Hoyo, and we want to memorialize those who have passed to the Pure Land. So thank you again for joining us. As always, stay healthy and stay safe. Thank you.